In this video, we're going to be exploring how you could possibly make $150 per day or more with this free Google certification to eventually achieve similar results like this person, or even this guy with over $200,000 earned. The aim here is so that you could start a solid side hustle from home and even turn it into a full-time work from home job. So to do that, I'll show you what other people are doing to achieve that, how you can replicate that success, and a step-by-step, quick and effective route to start earning immediately and for free. Actually, it will cost you a little bit. Just one like button smash. All you have to do is, in the video that you're looking at right now, come down to this button right here. Use this left button on your mouse right here and press it really hard like this. That's until it turns blue. Easy, right? Don't worry, it'll be just as easy as the steps in this video. The first thing is, let's understand the concept as to what people are doing here. They're offering services using Google tools and getting paid for those services. I know you must be wondering, aren't Google tools free? Well, yes they are, but that does not necessarily mean that these tools are being used the best way possible to achieve the most desirable outcome. So what a lot of people are doing right now, and it's also trending right now, is becoming experts in these Google tools and getting certified in the specific tools that businesses require for their profit margins to go up. And if you can help them achieve that, then they will be willing to pay. So how could you replicate the success of freelancers like I showed you in the beginning of this video? The first thing to consider is to pick one of those tools to become an expert and to get certified in. This is because if you're seen as an expert and have a proven track record over time, then you can eventually charge more. Next thing to think about is if you're interested in learning this, because it'll be much easier to get through the certification and score higher if you're actually interested in learning that specific topic. Another thing is that it's easier to start somewhere if it's already in your existing skill set. Let's say, for example, you have some experience setting up Google My Business for you or a friend. Then that might be a good place to start because you already have a head start. And once you have that figured out, we're going to see what is in demand by searching on a freelance website. So that we narrow down the focus as to what we can get certified in and how we can go about getting that first client. And as the usual added bonus, what I'll do is show you how you can generate some extra traffic on that profile since you're now starting off, which will help increase your chances of getting that first client and maybe even more. So as we start this step-by-step training, the website you'll be going to is skillshopwithgoogle.com, which I will also have in the link in the description below. Here's where you get the free training, all of the different tools that Google has to offer, and you also get certified right here as well on the different platforms. You can just come right here and hit get started, so you can see all of the different things that you can get certified in. Google Ads, Google for Education, Google Marketing Platform. There's a lot of things to choose from here. But especially since you're now getting started, you want to become an expert in just one thing. So after you check this out and you've decided what you're interested in and what you have some experience in already, head over to this website called Fiverr next, where you'll be exploring what is actually in demand and what you're going to get certified in. For this specific example, I used Google Ads Manager because that is what I'm interested in, but it's also where my experience is doing digital marketing for many years now for several clients. But you could search for something else by just coming up here and typing Google. And these are gigs that people are actually searching for on Fiverr, where they're willing to spend money on because you pay for services on Fiverr. As an example, Google My Business. If you take a look right here, this person says, I will optimize Google My Business listing and heighten your ranking. With a 5-star rating starting at $25 with 474 reviews. And as you know, not everybody would actually leave a review. So on the low end, let's say with like 500 sales at $25 on the low end, by just optimizing Google My Business, this person made over $12,500 so far. And if you take a look at the certifications here, Google My Business is one of them. And by completing these programs and getting certified and having the certification to show for it, you improve the chances of getting booked as well as delivering better results. But in my case, for this example, I will use Google Ads Manager because that is my experience, my interest, and what I would prefer to get certified in. In the results right here, you can see somebody says, I will set up and manage profitable Google Ads account for you, starting at $400. So with over 56 reviews, this person is making a lot of money. Now this could be you too. So let's check this out. After getting certified, this person is simply setting up and managing profitable Google Ads accounts. Now, what is involved here is setting up an ads campaign for a product or service for a customer. Here, an additional 1 week of management is included to make sure that that person is going to be making sales. And if you notice here, under standard, it's 2 weeks additional, and under premium, it's 1 month of management. And that's for $700. So imagine if somebody hired you for $700 for the month, and after getting certified on Google Ads, you were then able to deliver results and get them more customers and generate more revenue for them. Now, if you did that and double their revenue, do you think they'll have any problem paying the $700 another month? And this is just with one client. If you got the hang of this, you could do this for multiple people and generate more money, which could possibly lead to you making $150 or maybe even more per day. So now that you've decided on Google Ads, head back over to skillshopwithgoogle.com and hit get started. Select Google Ads and you can see all of the different areas here to choose from. And the best thing would be to do all of these over time, of course, rather than doing one in Google Ads, one in Google My Business, where you're just becoming a generalist. You want to specialize in one area first and choose one to start with. But you can see 2.6 hours for this one, 3.7 hours here. So you can do these over time. But as you get you certified in one, you create your profile on Fiverr and work on getting that first customer, while in parallel, you're adding these certifications to improve your chances and your skill set. So if we were to just start from the top here, you'd see this one has over 700 reviews, Google Ads display certification. And you can see as well what you'll be able to do upon completion. You'll be able to translate a vision for online marketing, develop a Google display strategy, develop a plan to reach new customers, which is exactly what we were just talking about. You can simply just hit get started. But right before that, you'll see what you'll need in order to pass the certification. You'll need to do the Google Ads display assessment, which is only 1 hour. And you're also guided here as to what are the different mini trainings that you'll need to get the knowledge to complete and pass this assessment. And it's just 15 minutes, 12 minutes, 15 minutes, 10 minutes. And once you complete that and get certified, then you head over to Fiverr, you hit become a seller, and you create a gig just like the one that I showed you, this one, to implement effective Google Ads. And you can use some of the information right here from the Google certification in terms of what you will be able to achieve and put that into your Fiverr gig, so that when a potential client searches here for Google Ads Manager or anything related to that, your gig would show up in the results here. And over time, as you get jobs done and improve your ratings, you would rank higher in search. Now, I get that it's always a little bit more challenging to get that traction on your profile when you're just starting out. So let me show you a way that you can get some of that traffic from a next website. The website we'll be using is Quora.com. When you come into the search bar and you search for Google Ads and hit enter and choose this one, you would notice that there are a lot of questions with people simply trying to get help with their Google campaign. Like this one where, why is my Google Ads keyword planner general graph missing? How do I get Google AdSense on my newly created YouTube channel without subscribers? This person here is asking if they can advertise in the US from another country. Now, especially since this information is fresh because you just completed the Google Ads certification, you may be able to easily answer all of this. Alternatively, if you don't have the answer, you could simply just run a Google search for it, then comment and give your reply. And you want to make sure you're answering questions that are related to your Fiverr gig. And the major benefit to doing that is because you're seen over time as an expert, and you're positioning yourself in such a way that in the event that they got enough value from your responses, but they don't want to actually do it themselves, they just want to hire you to do it since you're the expert, then they can simply click a link at the end of your reply and go straight to your Fiverr gig. But you have to keep in mind that Quora isn't favorable to links. They prefer to have people stay on Quora. But what people like to do after reading a valuable explanation, especially if they learned a lot, is that they want to check out this expert a little bit more, so they would click their name just like this. And this takes them to their bio. And when they hit more, as you can see, there are links here. Just like this person has joined my digital marketing course, you are going to place a link to your Fiverr gig on Google Ads right here, so that when somebody clicks your link in your bio here, it takes them directly to your Fiverr gig, where they can hire you right here. You decide on your different packages and you start making money this way. Now, if you are in search of a side hustle, then check out this video where I discuss the 3 easy side hustles that you could start today, which could also be quite profitable. So let's talk more over there.